My God, you are so incredibly beautiful.
Who's your friend? Oh, do you find me sexy? Oh, look at my titties.
Oh, my titties! Holy shagadelic, baby, yeah! Oh!
You under arrest, sugar.
Shit. I didn't know how to be. No crib on MTV. God only knows. Got my mini-me in the GP. See how it goes. Yeah, a little creepy. Mm-hmm.
What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing fantastic today. And welcome to another Saturday Live. What is going on, everybody? Fantastic Saturday. Oh, it's going to be a great one. I think my favorite part of that opening is seeing Chris Fox as Foxy Cleopatra from Austin Powers. I mean, Michael as Austin Powers was pretty epic too. Me as Fat Bastard, that was pretty epic as well. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? You know what to do. Leave us your sense of the day. Let us know what you're rocking. I'll let you guys know here shortly. Nosy neighbor, what up? Budget ballin'. That's right. We're gonna be talking about some springtime ballin' on a budget fragrances. Excuse me as I take a sip of coffee. Can everybody hear me okay? Using this new microphone. Getting all accustomed. I got a new light, working on lighting all week. It's been pretty fun. All right, so we have two very special guests. The sexiest man in Fragcom is with us today. And no, it's not me. I know. It's disappointing. It's actually Michael from iSMELL, a hot new upcoming fast fragrance reviewer. And then we have the sexiest man, the Fox man. I'm sorry. The sexiest man is Michael. The foxiest man is gonna have to be Chris Fox from the Fox Accord. Again, and another amazing fragrance reviewer that's up and coming, except for some reason we haven't seen any content come out from him for a little while. So let's get these guys on here, and maybe Chris can let us know why we haven't heard much from him in a while. So here, go ahead and bring them both on. We're going to change this setup here. There you go. I like that better. All right, guys, we are here to talk about some spring fragrances. Spring is in the air. Can you feel it? Can you smell it?
How y'all doing? Y'all hearing me okay?
Right.
Yeah, how am I? Am I clear? Sweet.
All right.
That intro, bro.
Good. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Chris says Foxy Cleopatra. That was epic.
I have to see it. It didn't come up on my phone, so.
Oh, well, don't worry. You can watch the replay. All right. So, Chris, I gotta know, man. What the fuck's up, dude? what is up with your channel? What's going on?
A crisis for the last, I think, over 2 months already. That I got a new phone, upgraded my iPhone, and my laptop, my MacBook, has been acting haywire, so I can't get into my MacBook. The long story of the short, the email that's attached to my YouTube, my Fox Accord, I'm trying to get into, and when I do the password verification, it'll send a link to my, or passcode to my cell phone, but the second verification is going to the friggin' email that I'm locked out of. And then when I say try another way, it says we can't verify your account. And there's absolutely no Google help or anything besides forums saying the same crap
Exactly.
over and over. So I don't have any way of getting in. I've been trying to figure out how to do this.
Wait,
So
you're
it's like
saying you-
basically I got a message saying like start a new account, and I'm like, so my Fox Accord's just gonna sit there collecting dust. It's like,
I mean, it could.
it could.
It won't. It won't. Man.
No, I'll get in eventually.
Yeah, I wonder what the workaround for that is, though. That sounds like a pain in the ass, man.
I don't know. I mean, it's like starting a whole new channel. It's like a few, peers of ours have like promoted it, but I'm just sad. It's we work hard to build our following, and I was approaching 800, and it's like I'm gonna start from ground zero. What am I gonna be like, the Mr. Fox Accord? Like,
but you're not completely. He's
Yeah,
not
no,
completely
dude,
silent though. He's making moves on Instagram. I see.
Yeah,
I see you doing your thing on Instagram.
I've stepped it up, and it's actually been fun because I feel like, and maybe you guys can relate, that there's such a bigger amount of fragrance heads on it, so it's like immediate, and it's a little easier to make content on because you're doing shorter stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's been fun to build on that.
I like using Instagram in terms of I find it easier to make contact with people on Instagram. When I first started the journey, people were like, do you have an Instagram? And the idea of having multiple platforms where I promoted fragrance content sounded a little like daunting to me. But then I realized the reason why people were asking me if I had an Instagram was so that I could connect one-on-one, and then you can, share phone numbers and then kind of like really connect with people.
Yeah. No, I think Instagram's awesome. I'll tell you the one thing that I suck at is Facebook. Like, I don't even really check Facebook anymore. It's all Instagram and this.
I can't with those. Facebook.
I see you on Facebook though. Like, whenever I post a video, I go to every. I don't know if this is like good or bad, but I go to every Facebook group that I'm in, everyone that they allowed me to stay in, and then post my videos. And I always see you in there, Brian, with your videos.
Oh, I always post my videos, but that's about it. I kind of sucks that I use it just for that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. All right, guys. So, Chris, that sucks. You'll be back.
It does.
You'll be back.
I'll figure
it out.
We'll get there.
It sucks these days. You gotta have 17 different emails set up for one account, and then you forget all your different email passwords. It's annoying. So, I feel like
And shout out to Solomon's Vineyard, Mac. I really appreciate you having me on your stream last night, man. I really, really do appreciate it. I enjoyed myself thoroughly, bro. I really appreciate you coming through. Nosy, shout out to Nosy. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Pete. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for sharing your Saturday with us.
Oh, yeah.
So we are here to talk about. Let me see if I can. My comments are weird on my. There we go.
And for the record, this is a million times better when you're doing it on the laptop. Before I was like people were wondering why I was like, oh, he's the guy that like puts his whole face up against the screen, and that's because I was using my iPhone. I was like trying to see what was going on in there.
Yeah. I don't have access to anything, so if I don't respond, guys, my bad. I can see you guys, but I can't see the chat.
Yeah.
Right. All right, guys. So just throw it out there. Super chat is on if you want to show some love and support to the channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and start things off, guys. So we're here to talk about some spring fragrances, and we're going to do it the cheap way. I feel like that's a good way to jump into the springtime. I don't know what the weather's like where you guys are, but I mean, it was 70 to 12. Michael, you're in Texas.
Well, okay, that's the weird thing. Texas is bipolar in terms of its weather. It was 80 degrees like 4 days ago. Then all of a sudden, like now we're 30 degrees and drab outside. So yeah, it's been cold. Yeah, so it was like I was like just now getting ready to start pulling out my spring stuff, and then we got hit with 30-degree weather. So it's cold as balls right now.
Yeah. It's a little chillier today, but I mean, we've hit like 65, 70s. Chris, what is it like where you're at?
Today's in the mid 50s, but it's kind of similar. Like we'll get the 30s and then we'll get 65, 70. It's just very bipolar weather because I'm on the very southern tip of Indiana right now. That's where I'm at. So it's like border of Kentucky. So it's either cold or kind of warm fronts coming in from where I'm at. So yeah, still very bipolar.
Yeah, I'm done with this weather. I hate
You're
it.
not too far away from me, buddy. How long are you gonna be there?
I know you're in the Chattanooga area, right? You're in
I-
Chattanooga.
yeah, right
I
outside.
love
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. It's one of my favorite places. Tennessee is just a
Well,
huge fan.
Yeah,
Nashville,
you
all
should
that.
come up here, dude. We should do.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good way
almost
to
moved that direction, but
Still can.
I think I'm about 4 hours from you or something. Like
Yeah.
you're what, an hour or so outside of Nashville, a little bit more.
I am 2 hours outside Nashville,
All right, so-
so I'm about 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah, I'm probably about 4.5, 5 hours from you.
I
Well, you know what? We should talk after this.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take a ride.
Shout out House of Colossus, Jeremy with the House of Colossus. That's the homie. He just entered the chat.
Yes, I see him. And then Kyler's on here. Where's Greta? Don't worry, Greta's coming. I'll be on Greta's channel, but we'll get into that later. But this is coming Thursday. All right, so spring is available in Ricky Ponce's area, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that up there. All right, so let's go ahead and just dive deep into this. Michael, we'll start with you, and I'll start a rotation. So we'll start with you, then we'll go down to Chris, and then I'll finish, and then we'll just keep going that way. So you just do one, Chris, then I'll do one, and then just start a rotation, like a weekly rotation.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm pulling one up on Fragrantica so I can list the notes as well. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Worries, dude.
All right. So the one I think is gonna really hit for this spring comes from the house of John Barbados, and that one is Artisan Blue. Which
You mean Artisan Green?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
it looks totally blue, but obviously this is a green fragrance. You're gonna get some notes I don't know how to describe. I think it's palmarosa, basil, bergamot, patchouli, pine. So there's quite a few green notes on this one.
And he's trying to pull up Joe's Fragrantica.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is it. I don't own that fragrance. I never have, but I've definitely smelled it before. You can still get a Dillard's and smell my Dillard's and smell it. Definitely more of a green fragrance.
Yeah. So I got this one for Christmas. My wife got it for me for Christmas. I smelt it. We were at the Galleria in Houston, and there was a John Barbados in there. And so I was just smelling all their fragrances. And this one, man, it smells great, man. It's soapy, it's fresh, it's clean. It kind of has that a little bit of Old Spice kind of spiciness to it. It's super well-rounded fragrance. I mean, a lot of John Barbados fragrances they don't last forever. But, I mean, at this stage in the game, you just spray and go.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a topic for another day. But John Barbados, I love what John Barbados fragrances are. I'm not a huge fan of what's going on with them now. They went bankrupt. What was it, last year? I think it was last year. Might have been the year before. Anyways, and they got picked back up. So I can't remember who picked them back up or who bought them out or whatever.
So what does that mean for the future of the company? Because I hear these things but it seems like their fragrances are still widely available and they're stored. The retail spots were still there. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that just means that basically John Barbados doesn't own it anymore.
Okay.
So it's still a brand. It's just somebody bought the brand.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So same thing happened with Commodity back in 2020. Commodity fragrances went under and then they got bought back up.
Yeah, I saw a video where they sent you some product or you bought some product. They were trying to, I guess they had a revamp or whatever, and then
They did a revamp sometime last year. But yeah, all of their fragrances were popping up at discounters. I mean, that's where I actually picked up my first two commodities. I got vetiver and bergamot, and I paid $60 for two.
They were pretty good though.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I totally dropped the ball on that. I've seen them, and now it's like they're scarce. But
yeah, they're not
here.
popping
They're
up
everywhere.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they're the one that I would suggest, and the one I've tried. My buddy had, and I heard about it from Sebastian the guy. They have a fragrance, and they just put it back out, but it's called Whiskey. Really good. It took them like 2 years to get that back out, but it's really good.
That sounds good.
I mean, it's called Whiskey. How can it not, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right, Chris, let's move on to your fragrance. What you got? Playa.
All right, so I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna start like super cheapy first. Like we're going like $20, and I've been obsessed with this fragrance. And it's going back to, I believe, like, I gotta say the late 90s or mid 90s. And it's Nico Sculpture, this crazy looking bottle right there.
I've heard great things about that fragrance.
But
I've been wanting to
dude,
smell that one for
guys,
sure.
all right, so it's citrus. You have like kind of a vanillic vibe going on. It's I mean, for the price, performance isn't going to be like amazing. I get maybe 4 to 5 hours if I'm not really sweating like a beast. But it's compared to a lot, and it's in the very similar vein. And if you've never tried it, it's just a great starter for $20 of xerjoff decus, which I had a decant of and I loved. But this is very, very similar if you want to get your nose or wear something similar to a xerjoff fragrance.
And the
Amazing.
perfume,
I mean,
the perfumer on that one is Michelle Almerac, so well-known perfumer as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is, if you rebottled it, you could sell it for $50. I'd say easy. And like I said, performance isn't great. I started wearing this out of the shower, and then I started doing errands with this thing, and I get compliments like a maniac with this. People love this scent profile. So yeah, $20 and a classic right here.
yeah, I actually really love that bottle. It kind of reminds me of like
Yeah, dude.
an award that you'd win at like not the Oscars, but
You know,
Academy Award. I don't know.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm
careful.
maybe a Film Actors Guild Award or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's just like shark tooth or a fin, but I mean,
It reminds me
cheapy
of,
cap, plastic cap, but the atomizer's decent on it. I mean, it pumps.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've seen that popping up. I used to see that pop up a lot on a lot of different channels. Didn't Ross talk about that quite a bit?
I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
sure. I
never
think
mind. I just all powders ball cancer.
Ball
I love
powder,
that
ball
name.
cancer.
Yeah, I mean, it's got that Mandarin duck black kind of extreme kind of scent, or even
love
like
Mandarin.
is it Chanel Allure Homme, the original?
Yeah,
It's in that. If you like that scent profile, this is a killer. It just is. You're gonna smell bomb.
in the daytime Emmy or something. There you go.
Yeah, goes to Nico Sculpture.
All right, I'm gonna have to try that one out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like $17 or $20 on Amazon. Trust
you know, I did the cardinal sin. What's your
that?
what's your sin of the day, guys?
Oh, I'm actually was going to talk about it too. Kayed Al Fursan or Fursan.
Uh huh.
I mean, it's got a pineapple note in it.
Is it
I'm not
Aventus?
Everybody with the Aventus. I don't get Aventus from it. Maybe a slightly on the dry down, but it's not. It's not. This is like a juicy, fresh pineapple. This smells like pineapples, not like that Aventus style pineapple. This is amazing. Another killer for like $25-$30. It's just this juicy, succulent, drippy pineapple.
Ooh,
It's
I like
awesome. I'm telling you, Middle Eastern fragrances kill it.
They really do. Yeah.
Cap, magnetic cap, cool label.
Yeah, the Middle East, man, they've been coming with some hitters for sure.
They got those beasts coming out of the Middle East, man.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's see. What's my first one gonna be? I'm gonna go with the cheapie from a very old school fragrance house, and I'm gonna. Oh, there we go.
Oh man, you beat me to the punch.
Oh,
I
is this
have
gonna,
that.
is this gonna be in it?
I think so, man.
Erlon, this is Erlon
Oh,
Eau de
no,
Parfum.
no, never mind.
So this is not vetiver. If you're gonna put
Yeah.
it vetiver, sorry, it's kind of dark.
I love that fragrance.
What's the scent profile? I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay, so this one is shit, wrong way. My bad. Sorry, guys. This one is actually kind of like a mojito in a bottle. So you have this rum accord. It's kind of almost like a gin and tonic as well, but it's more rum and mint. So rum, mint, some lime, but it's really like spraying on like a sparkling mojito. It could be great especially here in Tennessee, because our springs are pretty much summer. We get maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks, spring, and then it's summertime. So this is a great one here because it's very refreshing, very cooling, very refreshing,
So
and it's
good.
hair long. Not the longest lasting fragrance at all, but it definitely is one that I like to wear in the spring because also it has some nice green facets to it as well.
Yeah, it's classy.
It's classy.
Yeah, you smell. Yeah, sophisticated.
And I got my bottle. I got this. I think this is 100 ml. Yeah, 100 ml. I got this for I think about $35.
Nice.
So, I mean, you can find them for pretty cheap. Fragrancebuy.ca. They have the Bois, or I think it's Bois, one of the two. On there right now, I think it's $45 or something like that.
It fluctuates because I've got the smaller bottle of Ohm that I bought maybe 3 weeks ago, and it was like 25. So it like goes up and down.
Yeah.
But either way, it's a pretty good price, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for the same
Yeah.
profile, it is a killer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a killer. Michael, it's definitely one that, especially for the price, I would definitely recommend getting your nose on. I think you'd really like it. It would do really well in Texas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, I like Guerlain in general. All their fragrances, you know what I mean? They hit. They smell good. They smell well blended. So I haven't.
Oh, they
smelled
have
a
been
Guerlain
doing
that
it.
I haven't liked. Yeah.
They have been doing it for, I don't know, ever.
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like one of the
Ever.
first. They're like one of the
Ever,
first perfume
ever?
houses.
Forever. All right.
Nice.
What do we got?
Oh,
Alright,
this
you
is
want me-
gonna be so much fun.
You want me to
Okay,
throw one up?
so yeah, you're next. Let me put you on the biggie screen here, buddy. I just want to see your sexy face. Look at that, the sexiest man in frag com right there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if there's any ladies on here, but if there are, look at that face.
I can't even
All right,
look
so-
him in his eyes.
Yeah, right. So real quick, scent of the day is another Middle Eastern banger that Jeremy from House of Colossus put me on, and that's Latafa Kayed. Remember when you did your Middle East video, Brian? I had said I wanted to get this one, and you said it was on your radar too. This one's an absolute beauty, man. You get oud, you get dry spices, so cinnamon and cardamom throughout the heart, and then it takes a smoky turn. Man, it's like a smoky incense. Literally smells like incense. This one right here is a beauty in cold weather, man. Great performance, about $30. Definitely a fragrance I vouch for, man, in terms of Middle Eastern fragrances. It can be challenging for someone who's like just getting into it, but if you're trying to level up for like a budget, definitely my speed. Yeah. All right.
That's awesome.
So in terms of another spring fragrance I'm going to wear, this one comes from Sammy Andreas. It's, I believe it's like $30, so that's a good price point, and you get 30 mils for $30. This one is an absolute beast. It's a clone of Bleecker Street, and it is green sapphire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you get blueberry, and that's cool because for those of y'all don't know, Sammy lists the notes in the back. So you get the blueberry, the oak moss, the suede, the cedar, the cinnamon, the cassis or casis, and then the patchouli. This one, absolutely, like I bought a decant of Bleecker Street to compare, and man, in many ways, I like this green sapphire more, but the performance is absolutely stellar. It smells exactly like Bleecker Street, and if you're on a budget, you know what I mean, I would say if you got the coin to spend and the bread to spend on Bleecker Street, there's no problem there, but you can pick this one up anyways for a lot less. And a lot of people say what Bleecker Street's a clone itself of like what Purple Label from Ralph.
Yeah, Purple Label from
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one I'm going to be wearing for spring. I mean, you just kind of need that type of scent profile for spring, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually just got 6 fragrances in today from Sammy Andrews.
Yeah.
The first time I've ever smelled any Sammy's fragrances.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was hoping maybe I'd be able to add one in here, which I think I'm going to, but they're all very like winter, fall focused.
Winter, fall.
Yeah,
I got 4 of his, or 4 or 5.
What is it, like purple sapphire or something? It's like an Initio side effect. That's a good one.
Yeah. Have you smelled that one?
Yeah, it's
I
real
haven't smelled
good.
that one.
I have a few. It's funny. I'm gonna grab my Sammy and show it quick too because I have blue sapphire. I was gonna talk about.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Is-
great
That one's
things
a
about
hitter.
Yeah, it's a hitter. I mean, it's a pretty much Elysium. I actually reached for this more because of performance.
Performance
this
is
thing,
stellar on that,
it's
man.
killer on this thing. I'm like 7-8 hours off my skin. When
Oh,
Elysium, I mean, it's blended a little bit better. It's obviously, I mean, it's a Roja, but
Yeah.
I mean, for 30, 40 bucks, whatever this was, killer.
I just
Yeah.
I want to put this up here. Just nosy neighbor. I'll wear puppy piss if it's blended well.
If it smells good,
That's
hell yeah.
I believe it. I believe
all
it.
right.
Nosy
Peter,
likes
come
those
after
animalic.
me.
Nosy likes those
Yeah, it's,
animalic fragrances. He was like, "Hey,
So
bro."
I'll tell you guys one that I really like that he sent me. It's colonial or colonel, COLONEL. Not colonial,
I've never
but
smelled that.
it smells just like, not just like, but is inspired of Chanel's Coromandel, which is a patchouli and white chocolate fragrance. Really good. But it's not really meant for, I wouldn't say, springtime.
yeah, controlled environment style. If
Full
you know.
environment. All right, Chris, what you got next?
Let's see. What do I want? What do I want? Did a Sammy. You know what? Let me grab this one. It's from Lalique. I've actually talked about this, I think, on a couple of my YouTube videos, and it's Insumine from Lalique. Now this smells amazing. I've been on like this like basil note kick, and it's like woods, basil. It's bright, it's fresh. But the scent profile smells so amazing on this thing. But the other thing with this as well is you got to bring this bottle with you because performance is dog shit. It is so bad. It's like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah,
But the scent profile, it's unique. Has this beautiful basil woods going through. It's bright, it's fresh, little green. So damn good. But I think it doesn't get the hype or the love it deserves is because of performance. But as a scent, this is so slept on. Have you guys tried this?
I have not.
Yeah, and I got turned on to it by what's her name? The female reviewer from Europe. Curly fragrance. Starts with an M. She's pretty.
Monica.
Yeah, Monica Chochik or whatever.
She does ASMR.
Yeah, she talks about it a ton.
She talks like this in the
$8,
mic.
$25. So good.
Yeah, I remember commenting on her, one of her, like the first time I watched her video, I was like, damn girl, I mean, her voice is so
She's so like laid back, and she's in the camera, like all the way up close, and she's like, "Oh, it's just to die for. I love this stuff," and I'm like, "Yeah, I love this too."
I love her video editing of her husband, like showing the bottle. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
I wish I had a guy with really good looking hands that could do that for me.
Or go the opposite, get a really good looking woman.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Michael, you want to be my hand guy? Oh wait, never mind.
Whoa. Pause. Super pause.
Didn't mean that. All right, so I guess I'm up next, and I'll put myself on full screen. Let's see here. Oh hey everybody, what's up? Okay, so my next one, I'm gonna go super cheap. I'm gonna go stupid cheap. And I'm gonna go old school. Not really that old school, but kind of old school. And some people, probably in the future, is gonna be like, "Why the hell are you adding this one?" But it's Banana Republic Classic Green. So this isn't that old, actually.
It's new, right?
It's new, yeah.
I saw it at Banana Republic recently.
Yeah, but it's popping up at rack stores. I got this for $14.99, so $15 for 100 ml. And they're popping up all of, like, they have the green one, they have, I think it's blue, and they have the classic. And the classic I used to rock back in probably, I would say, my early 20s. But Banana Republic Classic Green, it's a very, very green fragrance. It's very citrusy, lots of kind of classic style green notes. I haven't worn this in a while, but I really like that it's kind of a soapy green fragrance. Not overly soapy. It's just nice and just fresh and invigorating. I don't know what the notes are. I haven't looked at the notes probably ever on that fragrance. But it's just really good. I would say that there's probably a little bit of neroli in there because I get a like orange blossom vibe. adding to some soapiness, probably a little bit of Lily of the Valley as well. I guess I can look up the notes, but I don't really feel like it. But yeah, Kyler, he's like, I just saw that at Burlington. Yeah, I mean, it's not a long-lasting fragrance. I mean, I probably get about 3-4 hours of longevity out of it. But for the price you can get it at, I mean, you can just leave that in your office. You can, but don't leave it in your car. But I mean, at $15, screw it. Why not? Leave it in your car.
If you were to rank it, what would you rank it? Because I remember when I went into Banana Republic and I smelled all those. Man, I'll be honest, I wasn't overly impressed. Like I was comparing it to like the Icon line, which is at this point iconic.
Oh yeah, no. So I would say the classic is more of just their classic style fragrances.
So it's not like this one. It's not like vintage.
No, it's nothing like the Icon line. So the Icon line, here's a fun fact about the Icon line. Icon line, and this is probably just my opinion, but a lot of the Icon line is really based around fragrances that came out in the specific year that is on your bottle. So 78 Vintage Green is really based upon a 78, older style fragrance that possibly could have come out in that year, or just based on that year. But a lot of them are inspired by like clone type of fragrances.
Yeah,
like Neroli Woods is really kind of Tom Ford's, Neroli Portofino. Oud Mosaic. I'm trying to remember what Oud Mosaic reminds me.
It's a good one.
That's
it is.
That's I haven't smelled.
It's a really good. It's almost niche quality.
That's the only one I haven't
niche.
smelled.
Yeah, that one.
Note.
Yes, it does, but it's not really. I don't get a whole lot of the plumminess. What else has a plum note? I just talked about Vintage Green, or is that no? That's Fig. It has a Fig note and green tea. But yeah, the Icon line's awesome. But I think the reason that they called it the Icon line is that they were going for a lot of the iconic fragrances that were coming out in that era.
Time period.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like Oud Mosaic, if you look, I think it's 06 Oud Mosaic, 2006. I think it is. That is really when Oud became super popular here in the West. Like, so over here in the States, like that's the time period. So anyways, but the Icon line's awesome. I would say, so Banana Republic's classic line is their lower end fragrances. But if you can find them at discounters, they're great for just kind of dumb reaches. Casual, easy to reach fragrances. All right, what you got next, Broham? Lady Megan Michael.
Okay. Well, since we just talked about Vintage Green 78, this one is definitely worth checking out. Yeah, definitely worth checking out, but I'm not going to show that one. The one I'm going to show is, okay, so I noticed you, in your spring list, you featured an Athene fragrance, and the fragrance you showed was Tarafi Brown. Yeah, that one is, a lot of people think, very similar to Mustache, but the one I'm going to be showing, that's what I've heard. Yeah, I've heard it's similar to Tuxedo, Mustache, EP or whatever. Yeah, the one I'm going to show is the Tarafi Blue, which is a clone of Bulgari Tiger. So this one it's a blue fragrance. It's very similar to Bleu de Chanel or Missoni Pour on Parfum. And you're going to get tons of grapefruit, ambroxan, and then woody notes. And this is very musky. The musk is done a little bit in a Middle Eastern way. But this one smells amazing, you guys. It can be worn all year, and I think it's a good spring scent.
Yeah, that's one that I'm doing a haul with Joe and Lawrence from Jufro Fragrance next Saturday. We're gonna do a live haul, and we're gonna be focusing on. I think we're all picking like different fragrances that we really want to pick up. I'm going to be focusing on Middle Eastern fragrances, and that one's one that I'm going to be looking for.
It's really good. I just got mine in from Fragrance Buy.
Yeah,
and I was impressed. It's really good.
Cool.
The brown one I wasn't too impressed with because I side by sided with Tuxedo and Mustache. If you're gonna go for a similar vein or clone-ish, just get Mustache.
Just get Mustache.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's good. It's not bad, but I mean, I mean, starting $40. You're not going to waste your money, but if you really want a closer clone, I would go with Mustache.
If you
Or
can't
even
find, if you can't
Happyland's.
find Mustache though,
No, Happyland's Cravat Noir, if I'm saying that right,
Better,
is a
yeah.
banger. That's
Oh,
one
yeah.
of my favorites.
That is such a good fragrance.
Oh yeah, he kills it. EJ kills it.
Oh,
His fragrances are amazing.
All right. Yeah. No, EJ, I just got in Cripple Creek. And
How is
Cripple
it?
Creek- Oh man, it's so good. That one I'm actually putting in here. So
I will say these caps are trash. So I don't want to say
Suck.
trash, but they're like a pain in the
trash.
ass.
Oh, they're
man.
trash.
Yeah, they're kind of a pain in
They're
the
trash.
ass. I find myself just going like, and then it doesn't stay. But yeah,
Don't pick it up by the cap.
yeah,
No.
of course not. And then set
made
it
that
down
mistake.
very carefully because the bottom base is so small that if it doesn't sit flush, it's just gonna fall.
all right, Chris, what you got next?
Let's see. This one's been around. It's been on sale on discounters, and it's Chrome Extreme,
Oh,
which is
you mean-
I'm in love with this as a dumb
Yes.
reach right now. I mean, it's pretty much that Chrome DNA with a little bit of Profondo in it.
yeah.
For the Geo, man. Need I
Ooh,
say
worth
any
the-
more? It's
worth the
delicious.
spray.
Great for the price.
Nice.
This is a
Oh
killer.
yeah. Yeah, that is. I
Ugh.
got it right.
It's
Yeah.
so
You
good.
said it's similar to Profondo. I went to
It's
Ulta, I think
like-
it was. Yeah, I think it shares some similarities. I already have Profondo, so I'm trying to like minimize my redundant purchases.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I will
it
say
smells
right
similar.
now, if you have Profondo, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you have Profondo, there's no reason
But-
to get this. But if you don't, and you want something in a similar vein for half the price or more than half, I mean, this is a great addition.
But I got this 50 ml for like $30, so it wasn't, not a bad price.
Not a bad price for the scent profile. It's really good.
Yeah,
Pretty
For
Yeah,
decent.
for those of you who aren't wanting to pay, Aqua de Joe prices, that is
Still, I mean, you're spending $80 to $100 or more for 100 mils, so it's still,
yeah.
Well,
You know what? I'm gonna follow suit with you, Chris, but I'm gonna do a different Azaro. I'm gonna do Chrome Pure White.
it's goody.
The reason I'm putting this up here, people say it's discontinued. Well, look at your local Walmart because this is all over Walmart. It's at my Walmart, and I live in the BFT. That's Bum Effing Tennessee. I'm just kidding. I don't live in Bum Effing Tennessee, but this is a fantastic one. This also has a tea note in it. There's a mate note, I do believe. This one's really good. It's totally underrated. This is a little bit more of your, think like white linens, like clean white linens. A little bit more aquatic, a little bit greener actually, even though it's called pure white or pure, I should say. But yeah, nobody ever talks about this. In fact, I'm gonna do a little spray. And I got this, and it's got a nice fruitiness to it too when it opens. But I got this at discounters at Burlington. This is a 30 ml for $7.99.
Oh
did
man,
you give it a full spray or a quarter spray? Because
Yeah, right. The atomizer. There you go.
Oh, okay.
you
I
know
was
who
like,
does that? It drives me nuts, and I don't dislike him, but he does some weak sprays. Is Dallas from Chaos Fragrances? He'll be like it's just like he barely touches. I'm like, spray the fucking.
Fully
Spray
commit
it.
to the spray.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm like, you got 5,000 fragrances
Yeah, right.
behind you. Spare some juice for the crowd.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
trying not to spray as much, man, because dude, I have a tiny space, and
Yeah, I'm
I
feeling
like-
it now.
Choke yourself out.
choke myself out, dude. Like, I now have I've taken the entire week, a week and a half. I've rearranged, cleaned all my fragrances. Got started filming all of my fragrance collection. Now I'm in the editing process. So much fun. But I have wide open space, which isn't huge. So I have different areas of my room where I can film. So this is going to be for my live. And then I film this way for YouTube. But I've got 3 camera setups now, man. I'm so
Nice.
excited. This is,
Damn.
yeah, man. I'm going to have to say this for everybody who is interested in starting a YouTube channel. You can go out there and you can pick yourself up a, $800 DSLR camera, or you can just get yourself a new GoPro Hero 10 for about $349. It's on sale if you go to their website and you sign up for a year subscription, which is only pay $24.99 for a year. That thing will do anything. And it's the most compact design. It's the best thing ever.
Or you could just use your iPhone.
You could, yeah. I actually, I'll say this. So I use my iPhone 13, which has cinematic, view or whatever. Some blurry background. It's called Baki or Bach, whatever. But the camera on the GoPro is way better because the one thing with the iPhone 13 and the cinematic, I've had to delete a couple videos because it glitches. There's some kind of computer glitch and it'll glitch, and it usually happens in the last 5 minutes of me filming.
Yeah, I want to get a lav mic. I want to get a lav mic, and just like how you have a different setup. Every once in a while, I'd like to get out of the house. Like for these spring and summer videos, I'd like to do some of these videos outside. But the way my setup is currently, I can't bring my blue microphone out to the the green belt in Austin. So I want to kind of get a different lav mic.
If you can swing it, man, $199 gets you a Rode microphone, a wireless mic, and those things are awesome.
Yeah, I like Rode.
Yeah, they make fantastic fragrances. Or not fragrances. God, I say that all the time. They make fantastic equipment, microphones. But speaking of fantastic fragrances,
my turn.
Michael, what do you think?
My turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you.
So,
buddy.
Yeah, with this next one, this one has a special place in my heart. I don't hear too many people talking about it. Before I even started like having a fragrance addiction, and you just had like 3 fragrances, this is one that I wore literally as a signature scent for spring and summer. So this is one, early into the 20s I was rocking, and you can tell by the juice level it's one that I still rock. It comes from the house of Lacoste, and it is Lacoste Essential.
Yeah.
This one right here is aromatic, citrusy, fresh, spicy, and green, and it has a tomato leaf note in it. And it has a little bit of rose, and you get the bergamot, cassia. So this is definitely a green fragrance. It's super fresh. It's like impossible to offend. Like to somebody who's deep in their fragrance addiction, they're gonna find it to be a little synthetic, but I mean it smells super fresh. And you can pick this up at a rack store. It's going to be like $20. Sometimes there's like 30 fragrances there, and you see Lacoste Essential, and you want something just fresh and clean. You can throw in your gym bag, or if you're going to go out hiking or just whatever. This is definitely one.
I used to wear the crap out of that fragrance.
Yeah, man, this one smells great.
Back in the day, man, when it first came out. Hey, you have worn the crap out of that.
No, yeah, I'm not capping, bro. Like I wear this one.
What does that mean? Sorry, Michael, I'm not.
You ain't.
What is
you ain't
I
that
felt really old when he said that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Michael. This is God. What the hell is capping?
He ain't lying.
That means that I'm not full of shit.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, so you ain't capping. All right, Chris, what do you got next? But don't be capping.
I won't be capping. Let's see. This one, another, I guess, with Invictus Aqua-ish in that vein. And I love
Run wild, baby. Run
wild. I think this was I was watching a Ross video, and he spoke about this because he loves his cheapies.
Yeah.
And I saw it in a Burlington, and I love this one. I feel like it's a little bit richer than some of like the Legend version and some other version Hollister Wave. They're a little brighter, fresher. This has a little bit more balls to it, or maybe a little soapier.
I think it smells like Invictus Aqua mixed with Profundo.
Oh, I can see that. I'm spraying way too many fragrances right now. I'm getting loopy.
I like your black wall though, dude. That's a badass background.
Oh, this my album covers.
Jackson.
I got this on because I used to work building TV show sets, and lip sync battle with it was one of their backgrounds, and I got to keep the background. So I figured I'd use it for my videos.
That's awesome. Oh, everybody's my look at this. Oh, dude. Talking about it. Oh, Minotaur. I still love Minotaur. Now this one right here.
Minotaur is
lapel
great.
I rode Oda microphone. LOL. Thank you there, Ricky. Oh, okay, so it's my turn, huh?
What do we got?
Uh,
Whew. Taste my
starting to get a little
taste my
stuffy in there.
fragrances. Ah,
Yeah, turn on a fan or something, bro.
yeah, I know. Whew, wait.
I mean, Michael's probably gonna put. No, I'm not gonna put this one because Michael's probably gonna put this one.
Let's see.
You know what? I'm gonna go a blue fragrance, and I keep popping this one up because I think everybody and their mama should get it. And it's Michael Bublé Pour Homme, baby.
Pump that.
Yeah,
I gotta
heard
try
you-
it.
Dude, 120 ml, $46. If you're in the UK, this is 17 pounds. Okay, for
Damn.
120 ml. This is, and you have to. So I think the reason that it's so much for us is because you're getting it from France. So you go to Michael Bublé's website, I think it's Michael Bublé fragrances or perfume, Michael Bublé perfume.com, because he's got a men's and women's. This is in there, and this thing is freaking awesome. I mean, it's a blue fragrance. So I like to compare it to like a more mature version of Eros. But it's not sweet like Eros, and it's not, it doesn't, I don't believe it's got the lemon up top. I believe it's well, no, it does. I think it is lemon, maybe bergamot.
So it has like green apple mint vibe type deal or what?
Yeah, it's
What's-
got like rosemary, sage, a little mint. It's got geranium in it. It's got beautiful musks.
I've never
little
smelled
patchouli.
that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an awesome, blue fragrance that actually is one of those that I kind of, and I think repping the Bublé for him. So he picked it up and he's like, man, I'm so surprised with this fragrance because I don't think I can smell, like I can't smell it anymore. He was telling me this one story about how he couldn't smell it anymore. And then I think it was a bus driver or somebody on the, he was talking to was like, hey, what are you wearing? And this was like 8-9 hours in the day. He's like, oh, Michael Bublé for him. Maybe it was a Uber driver or something. But it's really good. It's a sneak attack, man. And who doesn't want to smell like freaking Bublé, dude? I mean, seriously.
Well, I think
I
I'm
mean-
convinced because you have quite the collection, and you do kind of rep the Bublé
Dude,
a
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, you know what?
You're
I never
the
even
only-
told you. I never
You're
even
the only
told.
person I've heard talk about it, in all honesty.
Yeah, and it's quite a few videos you've talked about it. So it's
Kinda
Oh, yeah,
like
man.
us.
Are you shilling, bro?
For who? My.
Yeah.
Mike, are you shilling for Bublé?
Nah, dude. Yeah, I wish. Bublé would owe me a mega F ton worth of money right now. But my scent of the day actually is Royale X. I forgot to say this. The Zaharoff Royal X.
Oh, yeah,
and
mine's up there.
layering it with Business
Business.
Over Pleasure.
Oh, nice layer.
Yeah, man.
I'll do business over pleasure with rosé.
Oh,
interesting.
that's a good layer too. That's a
Yeah.
good layer.
Cozy.
Yeah. So
I've been wearing tobacco quite a bit.
wearing
It
that
works
10 ml
very
I
well.
sent you?
Yeah,
That is-
I have one of those, and then I have another one that I purchased. So I have enough tobacco to get me through a couple seasons with all the fragrances I got.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Bublé Pour Homme. No, I do not make any money from Bublé. But it's a really good fragrance. It's a great signature scent. Great blue fragrance. You can wear it in the spring. You can wear it the hell you want. So, yeah. All right,
So is it
what you
my
got
turn?
next, Michael?
Trust you.
Let me see. Where am I going? to
Speaking of, hey, trust, Chris, you got to give me a connect on how to get Yomi from xerjoff.
Oh, no problem.
I got to get me a bottle, dude.
All right.
It's
So
up there
this
somewhere.
next one,
So good.
when I was choosing which fragrances, this is literally the last one I thought to choose, but I just feel like it works for so many occasions. I feel like it's just a super well-rounded fragrance. It comes from Dunhill. It's Dunhill Icon.
Oh, so good.
Oh, yeah.
So you get that
Got
that
that
peppery
puppy.
neroli, the grape soda vibe. But I mean, it's so unique, man. I don't have any other fragrances in my collection that smell exactly like this. It develops, the price point's on point, the presentation's great. It smells like a modern classic. It's the same guy who made Polo Green. So man, it's just a super well-rounded fragrance. It's a fragrance you could wear at work. I feel like that's one of the. This is a very business casual type fragrance in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's so good.
it's an icon, man. That's a great
Yeah.
fragrance. It
You
really
know what
is.
reminds me of it is the Dunhill Century. It's like its stepbrother to it. Smells pretty similar.
Which one came out first? Century?
I think Century.
Century came out first?
I believe so. I would have to look that up. I don't have my computer next to me, but
Ricky says peppery citrus with ginger. Yes, Michael Bublé also is a little peppery and citrusy, and then yes, has ginger as well. But Dunhill Icon is great. I'll tell you the ones that you shouldn't get are the red one and the blue one. The Racing, Icon Racing, red and blue.
Oh.
The two that came out last year, they're terrible. I mean, not
Appar-
terrible,
Apparently,
smell terrible, but they're just not.
I can't vouch for this, but apparently Kayed is supposed to be similar to a Dunhill, the gold one, the one that has
Gold one.
oud in it, but I don't know if that's true. Dunhill Absolute or something, maybe? I don't know.
HSN
I've heard that.
is a 2-pack of 120 ml Bublés for 48
Bro,
bucks.
this is so
HSN.
good.
What is HSN?
Home Shopping Network.
No way. The Home Shopping Network has a 2-pack of 120 ml Bublés for $48. All right, guys, I gotta leave. I'll see y'all later. Deuces.
All right.
But that's freaking killer right there. That is a lifetime's worth of Michael Bublé for. Okay, what do you got next? And you can also use as a defense device there, Michael. The icon.
Yeah, for
Bottle.
sure, man.
yeah, that's a heavy
That's
bottle.
another thing I love. Like it's super durable, man. It feels industrial. It feels like a man's fragrance done in a very modern way. I mean, for those of y'all that don't know, it has like neroli in it, which a lot of people see as a feminine note, but it's just done in a beautiful way, man. It really is. I love this fragrance.
Yeah, it's
Neroli
unique
is not a
too.
feminine note. Some of the most masculine fragrances on the market have tons of neroli in them.
Yeah, you would know for sure. I think some people think of it like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's used a lot. I mean, but like neroli, orange blossom, petitgrain, they're all, come from the same plant, flower.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you got up next there, Christopher Robbins?
Let's see. I'm gonna stay super cheapy, and it's from Cremo. And the only reason I want to talk about a Cremo is because I haven't seen this one or anybody talk about it, and it's become my second favorite to the Spice Black Vanilla. That's the Spice Bombish one, and it's a freshy version. It's called Citrus and Mint Leaf.
Okay.
Now I picked this up. I've never seen this I picked it up at a Walmart. And I usually see the basics like the Palo Santo, the bourbon ones, and I just never have seen this version. And it was on a clearance rack for like $11, but they usually go for like 20, I guess.
Yeah.
But it basically, to me, I gotta stop spraying fragrances, but it's this gin and tonic. It's like a gin and tonic and a mint lemonade
Nice.
blended together.
That sounds like a good combo.
It's just uplifting, beautiful. I've been using this out of the shower a lot. I could see this killing in the summer. I mean, it's not going to have crazy longevity, obviously. It's a Cremo fragrance, but as a scent profile. And then on the dry down, you get a very Elysium-esque vibe.
Oh, wow.
That it's
What's the
mint,
name
kind
of
of
it?
that minty lemonade with Elysium kind of breezing by in it. It's fucking
Okay.
freaking good. It's
What's
just
the
good.
name of it again?
It is Citrus and Mint Leaf. I
Citrus
saw
and
it
mint leaf.
on Amazon, I think, for $17.
Yeah, I might look
But
into that
for
one. That
an
sounds
out
up my
the
alley.
shower, on the run, freshy in the spring on a warmer day, oh man, this thing it makes me feel happy.
Nice.
And I like that gin and tonic kind of open.
So do I, man. It's like kind of transparent, effervescent,
Yeah.
light, but it's sharp. It's kind of sharp scent bubble. Yeah, but it's pleasant for sure.
Yeah, it's pleasant. So for super cheapy, if you haven't, and if you don't like it, it's only $17. It won't break the bank.
Yeah,
But it's not bad.
for sure.
It's a good choice.
Right.
Sounds like a solid fragrance.
I like.
It's nice.
Yeah, I like. Camel. I use a few of their products. Do I
I need to
do?
make my
In
way.
fact,
I need to make my way to Target, and apparently they sell them there.
yeah, I use their shampoo and conditioner. So I think I use
Well,
cypress and sage or something. Blue cypress and sage, I think it is. Okie dokie. Not that anybody gives a shit what my shampoo is. All right, so I guess I'm up next, and I'm gonna go with talk about Happyland. I'm gonna go with Cripple Creek. All right,
Triple Creek.
this is yeah, man. I'm gonna be doing a review here soon of this. Man, Cripple Creek. If you guys are familiar with the band, who has the song "Up on Cripple Creek," this really is a very mature type of fragrance. So you're gonna have bourbon. It's got rose and lime up top. I don't really get any lime, but I definitely get a really nice earthy, kind of old school smelling type of rose. But it's blended really well because everything that's in this fragrance was blended to create this really nice boozy fragrance. But like musky, boozy, mature. It's got geranium in it, kind of supporting that rose, but also giving it a little bit of a watery, like almost like a watered down bourbon type of feel to it. It also has rum in it, but it doesn't have patchouli listed. But I get like this dirty green patchouli, kind of like raw patchouli, because it kind of smells like the whole premise behind this fragrance was to create like just kind of a laid back. You just got off like a tour bus. You're a hardworking man, but you smell good. And that's kind of what it smells like. What I remember, like I would imagine the band smelling like, just hardworking, good smelling, kind of classy gents who like to have fun. They're kind of laid back. They don't really take themselves too seriously and just have a blast. And that's kind of what this smells like. And the whole song, Up on Cripple Creek is all based on a drunkard's dream. That's the title. That's up on Cripple Creek. She sends me. If I spring a leak, she mends me. I don't have to speak. She defends me. It's a drunkard's dream if I ever did see. Those are the lyrics, and that's kind of what. It's a very boozy fragrance, but done very well. Done very long lasting, like Happylands are. $42 for 30 ml. $55 for 50 ml. I get all 30 mls. But they're great.
What would be the dominant notes that you pick up on when you first spray it?
Rose is big. Rose and bourbon. It
Okay.
smells like a Four Roses bourbon. Not that there's any rosy nuances in Four Roses, but they're a little bit more musky. They have a little bit more of like earthy components to them. There's also caramel in this, and caramel is actually a predominant note in rum and in bourbon. So I don't get like a predominant caramel sweetness, but what it's doing is it's really creating those boozy accords. So you get like this caramel, vanillic, baking spices, but these really nice musks, and that rose is really the predominant characteristic. But it's not a rose fragrance, if that makes sense. It's kind of done in a way.
There's a lot going on in that fragrance.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it is one of EJ's best that
Oh, nice.
He's created.
And
But yeah, the rose
samples. So samples are like $7. One of them like 5 milliliters.
Yeah. I got he sent me a sample.
Yeah, that's great.
I also got I purchased Signature because a bunch of people tell me Signature's awesome, and I got Faux de Fafa, which is based on Flight of the Conchords, so I had to get it based on that.
I believe you did a
so
video.
Good. It's one of my favorites.
You did a video in 2021 where you ranked all of your favorite Happyland fragrances, correct? Okay, yeah.
I got to redo it.
I'm tuned in.
Yeah, I got to redo it though, man, because Signature's got to be on there. I think Faux de Fafa is awesome, and Geranibus. I just started.
It's so.
Kind of describe again.
Those two are my favorites.
It's so much better than I remember when I first got it, and now I'm like, for it the other evening, and I freaking love that fragrance. The cannabis and the way the cannabis and the tomato leaf and that are done is awesome.
Yeah, I'm the same. When I first got the fragrance, I think it just needed to sit and really sort itself out for a month.
Macerate.
Yeah, macerate.
Macerate.
It was a little like all over the place, and then once those ingredients macerated, oof, yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Let's see if I can do this.
Macerate.
Yeah, more of that, bro. More of that. So okay, so can you put me on some game, man? What's the piece of equipment you buy to do that? Because I really want to start being able to implement something like that.
I would not recommend the setup I got. I mean, it's kind of cheap. This is for right now. I mean,
you're talking to me though. Like I don't mind.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Cool. Yeah, I'll send you what I got over DM. But basically, all you do is you have a it's a little box. It's a sound card.
Yeah,
Basically,
just get with me.
it's
Yeah,
a sound card
for sure.
Yeah, and you've got different settings, and you can. I can actually live stream 2 different devices off this. Like I could live stream YouTube and have Instagram going over here, all using the same mic.
Wow.
So I'll have
you're one of those fancy people, Brian.
I'm trying to be, man. You're
one of those fancy people, bro. Don't forget about the little people when you make it, bro. When I reach out to you, don't keep me on like not even seen.
That is never gonna happen, dude. Whatever.
Do that to me, Brian. Come on now.
Whatever. That'll never happen.
Me, bro.
I'll never. No, man. This is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That'll never happen. I'm surprised.
So you'll be posing in your underwear at a poolside like Jeremy Fragrance. Just all this
wit.
Bro, I'll have to reach out. We'll have to do like a fragrance intervention for you if that ever happens.
Man, I don't need people like zooming in on my little ding dong. Like I don't need all that. Yes, I just put on national on YouTube that I have a little ding dong.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Wait.
You'll never know.
You gotta
go to his OnlyFans to find out.
Yeah, check my OnlyFans right now. It's www. I don't have an OnlyFans.com. But yeah, no, that'll never happen, man. But I'll send you all the info. What I got, I'll send you actually some like a little bit better recommendations.
Shout out to Steven Saunders. He just entered the live stream.
Steven Saunders, what up, man? You missed a whole hour, man. I know, right? But I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
All right. So whose turn is it?
I think it's mine.
It is yours.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is showcase one that probably is gonna come to no surprise to anybody. You showcased it on your video last week. No. Actually, I don't wear green lover for the spring. That's more of a fall one, in my opinion. But it's a very good transitional scent. But I really don't tend to gravitate. I don't really gravitate towards vanillic fragrances for the spring. The one I'm talking about comes from Aroma, and which one? You know which one it is. Come on now. You know which one, right, Brian? From Aroma.
I'm sorry. Say it again. I totally just.
You just ignoring me? Yeah, he's big time me, y'all. He just big time me.
I was reading a comment.
No, you're good, bro. Trey Nuit.
Oh, Trey Nuit.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see the juice levels, but I don't know if that conveys. But yeah, this is
spraying. Yeah, you've been spraying the crap out of that one, man.
Yeah, I wear this one a lot for the spring, man. For somebody who's new to fragrances, this is gonna smell similar to Cool Water, and if you're kind of a connoisseur, you know that this is a clone of Green Irish Tweed from Creed, and you can get this one for about $20. I would say if you're coming into the house of Aroma, I would recommend this one over your Club de Nuit Intense Pledge.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Of which one?
Club de Nuit. I don't want to like start a thing because people love it, but...
No, I have it. Dude. Yeah, if I have it, if I was gonna go around and do things differently though, because I really don't like redundancy, but I would go with Mont Blanc Explorer if I was to go another way around it. But when you come into the game, it's an inevitable pit stop. Like you're like, oh, there's this whole world of clone fragrances. I can smell like a $6,000 fragrance for $20. Yeah, but in my case, I would say go ahead and get this one, man. It smells great. Smells like green Irish tweed. It's a little bit different in the opening, as is the case with most Aroma fragrances, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's a very non-offensive scent profile, works very well for spring. Lemon verbena is an amazing note, and it smells green, smells fresh, smells a little sharp, as many spring fragrances do, and it's not too sweet. It's not going to be too cloying. But yeah, don't overspray this one because it does pack a little punch. It does pack a little bit of a punch.
Yeah,
You do not want to overspray that.
Yeah.
All right. You don't. I choked myself out. My atomizer sucks on mine. You can spray it, and then the second spray is like,
Yeah.
arm off.
They're hit or miss.
Yeah, their
atomizer-
bottles.
Out of bottles, atomizers, all that stuff.
So there was a
Atomizer is
TV
kinda
show
trash.
on. I'm gonna have to bring this up real quick. So I don't know if you can still find this on YouTube. You can go over and watch Cody Ko. This is a Cody Ko plug. If you have not watched him on YouTube, definitely go check him out. He's freaking hilarious. But he likes to do reaction videos to like old school reality TV, and he did one. There's a TV show on back in the day where it was like basically like America's Got Talent, but it was the opposite. Everybody on the show didn't have talent, and all the judges had to pretend like they were really good. And they made it through an entire season, dude. And everybody, and that, everybody up on the TV screen, everybody who's like, up there, like singing their hearts out, they all suck. And all the judges pretend like they're really good. And then the winner at the very end wins, and they're like, they actually had to like, everybody in the audience had to sign a waiver because they had a live audience for the last episode. And they told everybody that the people up on stage were special needs, which is so screwed up. And that they thought they were actually winning. And then they surprised the audience and the person who won, telling them that they actually are the worst singer on earth. And I mean,
did they get anything for?
No, they didn't win shit.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's messed up, bro.
So, oh yeah, the reaction video on that one is epic. Because
normally if you're gonna prank somebody, you gotta pay them. Just be like, hey, here you go.
Dude,
they make for destroying you.
They make the people who the contestants actually believe like they're in like they're becoming these celebrities, like these famous singers. So they take them to like mansions and they meet up with real estate agents, and they're like going through these mansions like, this is going to be yours if you win, and yada yada yada, like fully hyping them up. They take them to Ferrari and show them Ferraris, and this is what you can have. And then all their hopes and dreams completely just
shot down.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what our moth bottles remind me of. At least the juice inside is pretty good most of the time. Anywho, so Chris, it's now your turn. Thank you, everyone, for listening to that. But yeah, definitely go check. If I remember, I'll put that Cody Ko episode down in the description so you guys can watch it, because it's real hilarious and real fucked up, actually. But anyways.
It's a little twofer, and I want to give a little love to this because I wear these fragrances a lot. And Mike at My2Scents, I don't know if you've tried any, but this one's called Mr. Miami Blue, which I think was a limited batch, but I think he has another one like Mr. Miami, which is
hang on, hold that back up. I want to see it. Sorry, there you go. Oh, hey, Mr. Miami didn't Justin Copeland talk about those?
In Fallen Leaf. So this would be more the date night, spring night, and then this is like a day one. But this Mike's making some great fragrances. I would say that this one's like Wanted by Night, Fallen Leaf. But dare I say it, I like it better. This is like one of my favorite pickups of 2021. Oh
wow!
It was in my top 5 actually. And I would love to do a video, but I can't get in so many.
Hey man, we can go live whenever you want.
I'm telling you, like, this fragrance is got a gajillion notes in it if you look it up, but the creation he made is amazing with Fallen Leaf and Mr. Miami Blue, and Mr. Miami, I think the other one is a beautiful citrus blue fragrance that Little sweet, but just smells great. Lasts a long time. Quality. So check out Making Sense. I mean, Fallen Leaf especially. If you're gonna start somewhere, oof.
All right, all right, all right. I'm down.
I'm telling
Down.
you.
You know I'm all about trying new stuff.
Oh yeah.
Shout out,
I mean,
shout out
it's
to
super
Aroma from
affordable.
Heaven.
It's like he doesn't
Yes,
charge.
shout out to Aroma and Heaven. All right, so next one's right up here, and it's Rasasi Fat Tan, bro.
Oh,
Fat Tan.
bro.
took it away.
Oh, were you gonna show this one?
I just got turned on to this by
It's so good.
Dave at Cali Groom's Room. So it's so good.
Yeah, it's like a fruitier, more citrusy Terre d'Hermes.
It's so good.
It is, and this thing lasts forever, man. Just forever, and it's
You said sweeter version of Terre d'Hermes?
So yeah, if you think, have you tried Terre d'Hermes?
Of course.
Okay, just imagine that instead of having orange, like that dirty, earthy orange. Oh, thank you so much, Roma in Heaven, with the super chat. Thank you, man. We appreciate
man,
you.
He's good people, man. He's been subbed to my channel for a while, and he always shows love. I mean, I don't need everybody to watch the whole video, but it means a lot, man, if people just swing through, drop some flames, say what's up, drop a like.
Yeah,
like those,
man.
Those things are monumental, man.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude. You should check out his Bortnikoff collection. It makes me drool. It makes my loins. Yeah, I mean,
it tickles your loins.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I love Bortnikoff.
You sent me a Bortnikoff decant of oud, bro, and that thing smelled like ass, bro.
Yeah. Well, he's
That
got a
thing
lot
smelled-
better. Yeah, that the one I sent you was oud locum. That one
Bro,
smells like
Bro,
like
that
baby
shit,
juice.
that smelled like ass. I was like, why did Brian send me this? But then
And guys,
Nosy was telling me I need to like pop my oud cherry and just wear the fragrance, not wash it off the second I don't like it. And that's how real oud works. I need to just like let it macerate or something.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I mean, you just need to sometimes don't ever give up on a fragrance. Just give it some wear, and if it doesn't work in a couple, a week, then you can make that determination. But Fat Tan is, so this is grapefruit forward, as where Terre d'Hermes is more orange, like that dirty, earthy orange. This is a lot fruitier. It's got a nice sweetness up top. The vetiver is kind of along the same vein as Terre d'Hermes, but it gets creamier as it dries down and a little bit woody as well. So it's like Terre d'Hermes, but on like effing steroids.
It's so good. I mean,
Yeah.
To an untrained nose, they're not gonna, or the CRs, they're not gonna know the difference.
Yeah,
Because I've been asked if I was wearing Hermes when I was wearing this, but when you smell your skin, you definitely catch the different notes in it. It's just, how much is this? Like $20, $25?
Yeah, I got mine for $30.
It's so good.
Yeah, also Dirige right now at fragrancebuy.ca is less than $20. $18 It's Valentino. Oh, dude, it's so good. For if you can get less than $20, hell, if you can get less than $40, I think it's good. If you can get it for $40, it's Valentino.
Inspired by?
Valentino V, which was
It's
discontinued
discontinued.
many moons ago, back in early 2006. But yeah, it's a very good price.
Nice.
Especially for the price. So is Fat Tan, bro. Fat Tan. Seriously, I can't wait till somebody asks me when I'm wearing this. If I'm wearing this, that's exactly what I'm gonna say. Fat Tan, bro.
I've been reaching for it more than my Hermes. It's just like, it's just good.
Yeah, because I put them up together, and really, I mean, the big difference. There's quite differences.
Yeah, there's a big difference when you side them.
But I mean, I would wear Fat Tan more. It's definitely much longer lasting.
Yeah, if you're on the fence with
Longer
getting or
lasting,
spending money, if you're on the fence with spending, Hermes money and $100 or more for a bottle, get that first. And if you really dig the scent profile, you'll grab Hermes.
Yeah.
Terre de Hermes seems to be kind of a polarizing scent. People like love it or hate it. I'm in the camp where I love it. I love the way it smells. I love the way the orange smells. I love the gunflint, the dustiness of the vetiver. I enjoy the fragrance quite a bit. Not in the super heat of Texas, but in those transitional periods, man. Especially in fall, I love Terre de Hermes, and it performs on my skin. I get an easy 8 hours, and that people say rotten orange note. Like a lot of times, citruses they don't last, but the citrus and Terre de Hermes lasts on my skin. I get amazing performance on it.
Yeah, it's got good performance. I get really good performance out of it as well. That lasts much longer, dude. I wore that as my scent of the day on Monday, and I sprayed it on at 6 a.m. and I smelled it on me at like 7 o'clock that night. Like, damn, this thing is.
So fun fact, I'm gonna go back to Terre de Hermes in a minute because I think you'll be able to appreciate this comment, Brian. So I purchased Terre de Hermes based off of Terence Hughes' review of it, or he had mentioned it in some way, and he said that there was something that they were taking out of Terre de Hermes in the future because of new guidelines, and that it was gonna like drastically change the scent profile of the fragrance itself. That might be something to ask him. It was like some scientific sounding name or ingredient, but it was at that point that I was like, okay, well, I need to get my hands on this fragrance in its classic form, not the you know what I mean, the new
Reformulation.
form. Exactly. Yeah, I don't remember what the name of the ingredient was, but I specifically was influenced by Terence Hughes to purchase Terre de Hermes, which that's kind of cool.
Yeah, man, Aaron's freaking awesome. Let me answer this real quick. What up, Joe? About to head out to dinner, but just want to ask Brian. Raw cherry arrived here yesterday. Very nice. But do you catch a lot of similarity to Maverick, or am I insane? No, there are some similarities to Maverick. I'm sure there's a little bit. I think there's a little bit of the Maverick DNA. I think what he did is built off of that. Took out the, I believe the plum and added that cherry. But you're getting some of that creamy qualities. What is this? Are you taking a video of me?
No. Okay. So long story longer is when I leave here, I'm heading to Houston. I'm heading to Houston to go kick it with some friends, and so I'm sending them the screenshot of me on the live stream.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, I get a little bit of Maverick in it, but it's got that attitude. Of course, cherry. You get that, cherry liqueur. But yes, I do detect a little bit of Maverick in there. What he probably did is use a little bit of that Maverick DNA, use some of the either heart or base formulations that he had. All right. But thank you for stopping by, man. I know you're heading out to dinner. I love seeing the Dry Down Lowdown's food posts on Instagram.
Have you watched his YouTubes?
Oh, he's everybody needs to go check out the Dry Down Lowdown if you have not. That guy is a cinematic genius.
Yeah, the production level. His Drakkar Intense was great.
My Drakkar Intense mine's gonna be real boring. It's because it's a boring fragrance. That's all I'm saying right now.
That's what I said. I gave the link, to a few people, and Ross especially, and I think it got shuffled to you as well. It's okay, but I gave it to a buddy of mine.
Yeah,
right.
It doesn't. It's not intense. It doesn't last worth it at all. For $39, sure. But I
like the new Lagerfield better. The new Lagerfield Gray I picked up. I threw on my Instagram.
I know. I need to check that one out now. I like
modernized, but the dry down does get that classic kind of vibe going. The more I wear it, the more I feel like kind of like a classic gentleman. But opening so creamy and lovely.
It's a lot of, and damn it, now the opening, I can't stop but smell damn root beer because of Joe. In his video, he's like, call me crazy, but it smells like root beer up top because it's got wormwood, which is into anise or anise, and you can say it either way, and I go with anise because every time I say anise, I think of a butthole. So I say anise, and one's English and one's American.
It's anise.
So anyways,
It's anise.
But yeah,
Which one is it? Anise.
and it's actually you can say it anise or anise. It's kind
Which
of
one is
like
what's the proper formal way?
either one.
Oh, okay.
If you go to pronunciation on Google, it'll tell you either one is proper because we speak American, not proper English. Just like
Yeah.
aluminum is actually aluminium.
Zebra, not
Zebra.
zebra.
Zebra,
Yeah,
zebra.
so we speak American over here, man. We don't speak proper. I mean, we speak English, but not
Yeah, I speak Texan.
Yeah.
our anise is how I say it. Yeah, anise. You can say it anyways. I like to say anise because when I say anise, sometimes I'll slip up. If I say it too many times, I'm just that kind of guy. Like I'll end up saying like anus, anus, anus over and over again. I'm like, damn. So, but yeah. Anyways, for car intents, that review will be coming out soon. All right. So, Chris, is it your turn?
Is it my turn?
Who
Is
just
it?
went?
You just went
You
right.
did for Tom.
No.
We haven't. So you're up.
Oh, then
yeah,
Michael, you're up next.
Yeah, it's mine. All right. Well, I don't know which
I'm
one.
sorry,
to go
Michael.
with. It's okay, God.
It's okay.
uh,
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I guess I'll go with this one. I mean, okay, so I did a full review on it. So if y'all haven't checked it out, by all means, feel free to check it out.
Do it now.
It's not. Yeah, no, not right now, but
Not
I'm
right
gonna
now.
leave here. Yeah. It's a solid fragrance. I don't know if it's a blue fragrance. I don't know what you would really call it, but it is a cheapie within this line. It is a flanker of a very popular fragrance from Giorgio Armani called Aqua, or Armani Code, and this one is Code Colonia.
I love that fragrance.
Yeah.
So good.
So
Yeah,
good.
so-
Yeah, it's slept
And-
on.
And as you can tell, I am showing fragrances that I actually wear. So yeah, this is a fragrance I wear. I don't get the best performance on this one, but again, that's okay. You pick
Yeah,
up
it's not a
on
great.
you pick up
performer.
on the original code DNA, but they almost invert the DNA in a sense. Like the code DNA sits kind of in the background to the other ingredients that they kind of like propped up. So it can be worn in the hotter weather. It can be worn. Yeah. It's a solid fragrance. I picked
Yeah,
it up.
everybody says it's discontinued. Just so you know, this is still sold on Armani's website.
Yeah, I picked it up. I want to say up for like $40, give or take some dollars. I don't know. I picked it up at the outlet out here in Round Rock. But yeah, man, it's a solid fragrance all in all. You get the code DNA, but they just freshened it up, kind of lightened it up, made it extremely wearable for your grab and go. You can dress this one up a little bit. I wouldn't dress it up too heavily, but yeah, it has a little bit of class.
Yeah. I it's I don't even consider it a blue fragrance. I consider it more like kind of like John Varvatos Artisan Blue. I consider it a little bit more on the green side than a blue fragrance.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the more of the blue fragrance, even though it's considered a aromatic, it's more of a fougere. I consider this more blue, Armani Code Eau de Parfum, than Colonia. I love this fragrance.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Colonia?
I love both of them. These are the only two that I own. I own Eau de Parfum and then Colonia, and it's the only two I like. Don't get me wrong. For those of you out there, and if you've watched my channel, I don't like overly sweet fragrances.
Absolute.
Absolute, yeah. It's too sweet for me, and so is Perfume.
I prefer the Absolute over the Perfumo,
Same.
personally.
If I had to
but-
pick two, it'd be that.
But I could see where someone could just as
One.
easily say they prefer Perfumo.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's
Absolute, I agree. It's sweet. I can't spray it on my chest. I have to stay behind
Yeah.
my ears. And
Yeah,
low.
I only go 30 sprays when I wear Absolute. Yeah.
okay.
I ain't-
Curly
I ain't-
fragrance
Yeah,
in the
it's just
house.
I ain't
Or
no
I'm
damn
sorry,
sit-
Michael.
I ain't no damn sissy sprayer. 30 sprays minimum.
Man, you a sissy sprayer.
But yeah.
Absol-
Oh, hey.
Boogie Daddy says Absolute was a blind buy. Regret. Please elaborate. Boogie Daddy.
Boogie
Probably
Daddy.
too
He just,
sweet and rich.
I believe, Boogie Daddy Aaron, I do believe is his name. Yeah, he won my Fragrance du Bois Discovery set.
Nice.
All right, Chris, you're up, up.
All right, this usually isn't a cheapie, but I'm going to plug it anyway because I've been all about it and people should know about it. So right now, it isn't a cheapie category, the 60 mil and the 100 mil. You could get that YEDT. The website's 30% off right now because, and Dillard's, I think it's still 40% off in store because they're reformulating YEDT.
Yeah.
So you could get this puppy for like, I got it for like $39.
Yeah, 100 ml at my Dillard's is $50.
Yeah. But what I really wanted to talk about, and not many people talk about it, is Cristiano Ronaldo's Legacy, the private edition.
That is what Michael Bublé Pour Homme really smells like.
Really? Then
Yes.
I would like I love this.
Yeah.
This spray, I mean, it's a little soapy, kind of powdery, but also fresh. It has basil in it as well. I've been on this basil kick, but
Basil.
Is it
this
more
is a
powdery?
good springtime date night fragrance. It's unique.
It's slightly powdery.
Is it more
Slightly
powdery or more
powdery.
fresh?
It's fresh, but slightly on the dry down, slightly powdery.
It's more like a classic style man's powder. Not like an overly powder, but it's got a nice like just dusting of powderiness.
That like club man style powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is awesome. I mean, not many people talk about it. The bottom, it's got the magnetic cap, which is fun. It's classy looking. And it smells great.
What's the price point for that one?
It goes up and down. I bought this, I believe, for $40. 35, $40.
That's fair. And you can
But
only
I've
pick it up
seen
at
it even
discounters?
Yeah, I believe I bought this one at Fragrance Buy or Fragrance Net, one of those. But I think Fragrance Buy.
Chris, you know what? You know what I say about that?
Right?
I really loud.
It was pretty loud.
Sorry, I don't know how to fix that. We'll figure that out. But anybody
It's
watching?
all good.
Sorry.
You triggered my tendinitis.
All right, so yes, that is a great fragrance. I
so
don't own that fragrance anymore. I might actually. It might be in a box somewhere. I don't.
But yeah, it's one of those. It's not the norm, so it's like you get a lot of feedback from it. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for some reason, I'm falling in love with a basil note. Like it's got a nice bright basil. I'm enjoying that green
love basil.
style. Yeah, it's been not to go backtrack a little bit, but Dove plus their new body washes and whatever, because we were getting into that, your kind of body wash or shower stuff, but they make one, it's like it's supposed to be their healthy green line, but if you see Dove Plus and Care, sandalwood and cardamom, that body wash, it is basically you're washing your body with the one EDP. It is so damn good. And then they have this basil one as well that is out of control, but it's literally, it sells out every minute at my Walmart because it's basically the one EDP you're washing your body with, and it smells so damn good.
I love the one. I love the one.
It's sandalwood and cardamom because I believe there's a sandalwood and like turmeric, which is it's okay, but if you see that, I'll post it on my Instagram so everybody can see.
Do it.
The dopest body wash ever.
So I'm super particular with my body wash for sure.
So am
most
I,
of them, they'll make me itch if they have too much whatever, like fragrances. I'll tell you what, Joe Rogan put me on to a body wash called Defense Soap, and it's for
Joe Rogan?
Yeah, man. Me and him are real tight, man. You know.
Yeah, well, let's get him on here next time.
I actually turned him down to be on this stream today. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just so you know,
Michael from iSMELL putting it out into the YouTube. Oh my God, Autumn with super chat. This is my friend Autumn. Nice. Autumn, I'm calling you out right now. Autumn's drunk at a bar. Yep.
That's awesome.
That's what you get for. I'm just kidding. Autumn, you're awesome, but you know, be careful out there. Have fun. Have all the fun in the world. She deserves it. She's a hardworking mama. And. See here, so my next one, I'm going to go with an Encre Noir, but I'm going with, if I can get my, let's see. Oh, wait, man.
Is that Sport? I can't see.
Sport, yeah, there you go.
It's a good one.
Sport, baby. I love I never thought I'm gonna go ahead I'm gonna put her up there for a little bit. I remember when I got the other two before I got sport because I didn't really I was like, okay, first of all, how do you turn Encre Noir into a sport fragrance? Like there's no way that's good.
Yeah.
Sure enough, and I wouldn't even call this like a sporty fragrance. I would call this more of a green, slightly aquatic fragrance.
Yeah, there are definitely aquatic notes in that one for sure.
Yeah, but definitely more on like the spicy, like fresh green spicy side, with that nice aquaticness and that beautiful vetiver that Natalie Lorson did with this entire lineup.
I have a 15 mil. That's one that Jeremy House of Colossus actually recommended. I was like, hey bro, I got like, you know what I mean, $20. So like, what should I check out? And so he recommended that one, and it's very, very, very nice. It's got that very wearable vetiver on it. It kind of has the citruses up top. I don't know if I would wear it to the gym, but you know, if you were doing some outdoor activities, maybe, you know what I mean? Like in that case, that would be something I'd wear. But on a cloudy day, for sure, man. Encre Noir is like definitely a dumb reach for cloudy days.
Yeah, I don't. It's so funny. I've done one video on best fragrances to wear to the gym. I'm the worst person to ask. I don't wear fragrances to the gym. And the only reason being is like I don't go to the gym to impress anybody. Like it's my fortress of solitude. Like I could care less if a hot girl came up and talked to me or not. It's not about.
I go to the gym to impress everybody.
Yeah, I mean I dress like Jeremy Fragrance when I go to the gym.
Yeah.
I just wear a little white
Just wear a
Speedo.
diaper. You just wear a diaper in there?
I like to call it the Steve-O actually.
Okay.
For the party boy. So I like to get in there, with my gallon of water, just like sloshing around on
Just wearing
everybody.
a banana hammock.
Just like working out, using machines wrong, upside down, bass backwards. That's
How do
me.
you do it again? How do you do it again? Nah.
There you go.
Right?
It's like an 80s workout video.
Yeah, man, I get my double shake weights. I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. And then I look at each one of them and I'm like, oh yeah.
You ever feel that way when you're cleaning the elliptical off?
Oh yeah. I clean the elliptical off like constantly, and that's what I do.
Sorry, my dog just. My wife might be coming back. Oh, just a heads up, man. So, I don't want to drive in the dark, so I'm probably gonna leave at like 4:30 probably, because I gotta hit the road.
Hey, that's no problem. We're actually probably gonna finish up here in the next 20 or 30 minutes because I actually have to hop off here. I gotta go run to Wally World to do some grocery shopping, and then I gotta come back and I hop on Instagram and I'm going live with George Zaharoff. So anybody who's watching this now is more than welcome to come head over there. It's at 8 p.m.
This is just
Eastern time.
This is just the warm up.
Yeah, well, I'm always doing something.
George
Yeah,
is
man,
fun.
you're doing your thing, Brian, for sure, man. Like when I first met you, obviously I never met you, but when I first linked up with you on here, man, you were still working, and you're like, man, I'm gonna start doing this full time, and you've been on a roll, man. You're putting, I can see everything's taking a level up, man. Your editing, your knowledge, your live streams, like you're definitely carving a place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I really appreciate that, dude. I'm just jumping into this. I'm taking some time off from buying fragrances and kind of putting it into, my money back into the channel, like lighting and different, because I don't want to be that. We all have our different niche, and so for me, it's like now I'm getting more into like how can I captivate people and get them to watch my content and keep watching it. So and it's fun. Like not my editing process. No, I'm gonna say this. I'll probably be going down to from 6 videos a week to 5 videos a week because my editing's taking longer. And now that I have a 3-camera setup, which I'll be using here soon, it's gonna be even more editing.
Oh yeah.
After, over some time, because over time it'll be beneficial. It'll go faster. But it's like this. Like, okay, I'll tell you this. So what do you use to edit? This is just a little tidbit for you if you didn't know about editing and cameras and shit. What do you use to edit?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I use
Yeah, what do you-
iMovie.
You use iMovie. What do you use, Chris?
Same thing. iMovie.
iMovie. Okay, so I use Viva Video. So do you ever have issues with like your frame rates, like when you're cropping?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here's how you fix that.
Sometimes I just restart the thing and then it
Don't
works.
do that. Film at a higher frame per second. So if you can go up on your iPhone, you can go up to 60 frames per second. You want to do that. You want to film. So if you end up having to edit, because when you're slower, you have slower, less frames per second.
I already film at 60.
Okay, so yeah, if you're filming at 60, that's a great thing about like this GoPro I have. I can film at 120 to 240 frames per second. So it's like if my slow-mo, I can take a normal video and turn it into slow-mo. But if I filmed at 24, 30, or 60, slow-mo is kind of
It's choppy.
and also where you're doing your cuts, you have so many more areas to do cuts and it won't lag. So the higher your frames per second. But if you're not doing a whole lot of editing, you want the best resolution and lower frames per second. Anyways, there's a little tidbit for you, and anybody in the watching this in the future, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I started doing more like one takes. I was trying to keep it real natural going with that thing, and just cutting out some of like the dead air or my rambles. But
yeah,
I enjoy editing, but I try to make it like the talking portions. I try to make it one go. But I do enjoy editing transitions and B-rolls and all that stuff in there. Yeah.
I hate editing. No, I love editing. I love the process of just because it's all about
being artsy fartsy.
Yeah, but it's also about the approach, like how you say things, and and how you can zoom in at certain areas to really get your point across. Whether or not your audience actually notices it subconsciously, they'll notice it and things like that. I think this is my friend Autumn. I bet you anything. She right now is like, oh, never mind. She said, I like the microphone placement. I thought she was going to give me shit about saying she's drunk, stuck at a bar. Anyways, let's see here. But it's, just getting into all that. And I really appreciate that a lot, Michael. That really means a lot.
Absolutely.
And yes, you got your Yeti, the blue Yeti. All right, Michael. So let's go ahead.
To me?
Okay, cool. I love that. By the way, Brian, that producer Michael Wu, that is a raw patchouli beast of a frag. Thanks again for the set. You're welcome, brother. Yeah, I love producer Michael. That thing is awesome. All right, so what do you got next? There,
I'm sweating tears.
Okay, so this was one that I thought you were gonna show earlier, but I'm surprised no one's actually pulled this one out. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this one out. I did not know how I was going to feel about this fragrance coming into it because it's kind of an older scent profile. I paid, I want to say $5 or $10 max in a private sale locally from someone on OfferUp. We just kind of linked and so this one is from Guerlain and it is vetiver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I paid I want to say I paid $5 or $10 max for this one, which is even cheaper than what you can find. That's why I got the smaller size. I don't even know how many mils.
ml. No, I think that's in 100 ml.
This is but this one is in 100. I don't know how many mils. This is 50 mils.
50 ml.
Yeah, this is and I wear this one strictly during the spring. I don't wear it any other months of the year, but I didn't like it as much when I first got it. It kind of gave me like old churchy vibes, but now that my nose is getting more acclimated to a bunch of different scent profiles, I enjoy this one quite a bit in terms of its complexity. There's a lot going on in this fragrance for sure. It's it's definitely a bright, in terms of vetiver, it's one of the more enjoyable. If you don't like vetiver notes, they really do something with this one in terms of adding citrus notes and making it uplifting and refreshing. I enjoy this one quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a great vetiver. It's one of the most iconic vetiver.
Iconic, right?
Yeah.
I don't own vetiver. I own vetiver intense, which is basically the same thing, just intense. That one's actually. Yeah, that is an awesome, fresh, soapy, esque kind of vetiver. Very green, very bright, very, very punch in the face with like a very green vetiver. I mean, it's just very all things green.
it works if you're looking to have a whole bunch of different scent profiles for spring. This is definitely one that you're gonna enjoy having. It's different than a lot of other fragrances.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely iconic.
Yeah.
The one I actually am about to sell, that I had because remind me a lot of that is Creed Original Vetiver. But I'm getting rid of all my Creeds.
You can give them to me if you'd like. I mean, if you're just
more than welcome to buy them.
If you're just getting rid of them,
no, I'm
you know
selling.
What I mean? Oh, okay.
You're over your Creeds.
I just don't ever wear them, man. I think I might keep a Ventus cologne because I actually really enjoy wearing that fragrance, and I think I'm also going to keep Royal Mayfair. Just those two, maybe. I don't know. I might sell them all. I'm doing a big cleaning.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I've been throwing fragrances up on Macari. It's just overwhelming. I have too
Yeah,
many.
it is.
I'm like, I just want a selection that I'm actually going to start wearing them more often. I'll look at my collection and then I'm just like, ugh, it takes me 20 minutes to figure out what I want to wear for the day. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Those are definitely first world problems, and just anyone watching this who's a casual, we don't like. I don't vouch for buying every single one of these spring fragrances that we recommended.
No.
Just find one that works for you. You know what I mean? You don't need 30, 40, 50 spring fragrances. You really don't. That's excessive.
Yeah.
No, I would, honestly, I would say, start off with cheap and then find something that's budget, like that you can save your money for, that you're really going to appreciate. I think that's the one thing is when you get into collecting and you're getting into like cheap fragrances, you feel like you just have to keep, they're so cheap, you can just keep getting them. And then all of a sudden you've got like 40 fragrances. And though you only spent like $250 on 40 fragrances, that $250 could have got turned into a fragrance that you're really going to appreciate and find a lot more value in. It's easier. It's much more satisfying to find value in one thing than multiple things.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I have a smaller collection than probably a lot of y'all. I'm very frugal in how I choose my fragrances. It's probably one of the reasons why Brian reached out to me to do this, because he knows I'm kind of like tight-fisted when in terms of my coin in these fragrances. But I put a lot of homework into it. I feel like I have quality fragrances, and I wear my fragrances. So, but I am at that point where it's like I have some fragrances that I'm not wearing very often that I feel like I need to start like
What up, Raymond?
getting rid of. Like that CK Shock, Jeremy got me on that one, and I have not worn that fragrance at all. And it just sits there collecting dust.
Yeah, it's there's certain fragrances, like I sprayed on a fragrance last night. Just I'm testing out some. This whole series that I've done, springs. Like the next one I'm gonna do niche, and then I'll probably do designer on the next one. But niche, I sprayed one on last night, and I was like, oh my god! Like one spray filled my room. I sprayed it on my hand, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I was like, I paid $110. Actually, I paid $85 because I had a discount. $85 for a 30 ml, and I would take that fragrance over any of my cheapies.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's unique, it's different, and yeah, I could have bought like 5 cheapies, well 4 cheapies or whatever, but had more fragrances, but I can't wear all those fragrances at once.
No,
so it's better to just have one like banger, And as for us, and Michael, I'm going to say this right now, you're going to need to keep clearing out stuff because doing this, you're going to keep getting fragrances. I mean, it's inevitable.
Par for the course, yeah.
Yeah, it's par for the course.
When you're a reviewer.
We want to know. We want the iSMELL experience on every fragrance in the world. You see those eyeballs? You see those?
You're not gonna get it though.
Oh, you never know. Watch. He's gonna get all big. He's gonna forget about us.
Yeah, I mean, if Blue Chew sponsors me, or if I get some like dope ass sponsorships, and yeah, maybe, you know what I mean. Or if I turn this into an LLC and I can, you know what I mean, get all this stuff returned in my taxes for sure. But I'm not going into debt over this. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not the one.
No, of course.
I am not the one. Yeah, y'all go somewhere else.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's definitely, and starting a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter how large your collection is, start whenever. Like, you can make plenty of content with 10, 15 fragrances, honestly.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, because, I mean, you get unlimited content if you do single reviews. That's why
Yeah,
I
but-
like to mix it up. So it's like, you know what? You know what I mean? I'll just showcase a real fragrance, and that's a sentiment you're hearing people saying. The fragrance community is like, oh man, no one does single reviews anymore. No one's just these reviewers aren't reviewing a fragrance. They're just giving you 10 recommendations.
Yeah.
So
I have decided, if you notice how long my video was yesterday, I'm just going to put 10 fragrances in one video and review all of them. Just spend more time on them. I'm like, screw it. If you want reviews, I'll put them into a top 10.
it's your channel, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, because it's, I don't know, like watching, putting out a single review video. People ask all the time, they're like, why don't you do more single reviews? I'm like, you want me to show you the views? And it's not that it does matter. It really does, because, if you want to be successful and you want your channel to grow, and as I like to say, getting my 2 cents out there, being a positive, if you want to spread positivity and get yourself out there, you got to get YouTube.
You got to play the game. Yeah, you
But-
got to play the game.
But you don't have to, you basically have to play the game, but you don't have to play by the rules. You just have to learn how to break the rules and get
rules,
get
yeah.
YouTube behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's like, unless it's hard keeping up. I felt that pressure with the top 10s. Like, if you don't have a collection and you're not constantly buying, it's hard to be like the person giving the same. You don't want to go in the same rotation, so you're constantly picking up new ones. First impressions, I feel like you get away with, like, obviously the one fragrance. But that's where I was feeling it the most, was like, man, I'm running out of fragrances. I got to keep going out and buying and buying and buying. But now
Yeah.
I'm real frugal, because it's like, I'm looking at my side table alone. I've got, excuse my French, fucking 10 fragrances that smell like Invictus Aqua.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Exactly.
I don't need that
You
shit.
absolutely
I've
don't.
got Wave. I've got Run Wild. I've got Cool Water Wave. It's like, how many renditions of this fragrance do I need? I only really need one.
Yeah, speak your truth, man.
And my
That's-
favorite
that's
is Run
the truth.
Wild.
That's the
Run
truth.
Wild's
You
the
know what I mean?
shit.
Yeah, no, it's very true. I mean, I've got, what does this say? Oh my God, what is this? Brian, you need to break the internet, become the long lost older island boy.
I'm an island
So here's the
boy.
one thing. I will have to say this to anybody who's watching this and might be considering starting a YouTube channel. You can start with a small collection. But the thing that I would recommend to everyone, come up with content that people want to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you can have 10 fragrances and have a freaking viral freaking channel. You just need to kind of figure out how to get people to watch it. Like, hell, man, sometimes you just got to put yourself out there. But so many times I see, reviewers getting on here, and they're getting upset because, their
YouTube's not
content.
recommending me.
Exactly. Okay, look. And vidIQ, YouTube, any kind of
Tube
business,
buddy.
yeah, any kind of business will tell you. Sometimes you got to look back at yourself. It has nothing to do with YouTube. Sometimes it's you, my friend. You are, just because you're putting content out doesn't mean that you're putting out the content that people want to watch. So, and here's a perfect example right here. Somebody just said it. Look at Melissa National. She's got maybe 30 fragrances in her collection. She just hit 15,000+ subscribers, and she's been doing it the same time I have. 15,000 subscribers. She's got a tiny collection, but she's killing it because she puts out good content. Because she puts out content, well, she's putting out the content that YouTube wants and that the people want. But you don't have to do that. You can do whatever. That's why, like, for me, I like to do a lot of different editing. I like to add some humor into it. I like to add my own niche and throw my 2 cents out there.
I love to spam other content creators until they notice me.
That's all Michael does. That's the only reason he's on here right now. He was like,
Mhm.
"Hey Brian, just
Hey,
start a
Brian.
YouTube channel. Yeah, why don't you
Hey, Brian.
Hey Brian, hey, this is your subconscious known as Michael from iSMELL. I just started a YouTube channel, and yeah, you should come over and check it out because there's a bunch of other content creators that have already subscribed, and yeah, they really like it."
I noticed that you were doing that stuff at like Scent Explorer. All of a sudden, you would just like bomb a chain. It's like,
Yeah, oh yeah, he
I
was,
was
he
like,
was-
yes,
he
Mike.
was hilarious. He's like,
It's
he'd be
hilarious.
like, "Hey, come check out iSMELL over. Everybody go follow iSMELL on YouTube." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch!
Sexiest man in Fragcom.
Sexiest man in Fragcom. I mean,
Hey,
but I
man.
love
Witty.
it. You know, that is the
Hey,
one thing, Michael.
you
got
have
some
to
Phoenix.
like once you get to know me, I'm just a regular guy, you know what I mean? I'm a dad, I have a mortgage, I'm super tight with my coin, you know, and I do this so that I can connect with people. I mean, Jeremy over at House Colossus, he knows that. But you have to get yourself out there, man. Like you have to, you know what I mean? The cream rises to the top. And so you have to troll some people and say, "Hey, take notice of me," even if, you know, it takes a while, but eventually
Yeah.
people catch on.
Yeah, for me, I don't even know how the hell my channel took off the way that it did. It's just being consistent and working really hard at it. Because you know, I have a look back. I'm gonna put a montage video together or something for my 1 year, and I'm looking back. I'm like, man, I don't understand how people, you know, stuck around, but I'm glad that they did. It's all a growing process, you know, and it's um, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just being yourself and having fun with it. Like, don't let don't let YouTube ever get you down. You're gonna lose.
Or
You're gonna lose subscribers. You're gonna gain subscribers. You know, it's just how it is. It's the game.
or in the case of Chris Fox,
Yeah, you
not
just took the words out of the thought out
Yeah.
of my head.
yeah,
Or get
or in the
locked out of
case
your
of
account.
or in the case of Chris Fox not
Yeah.
being yourself and then being somebody else, because I notice a lot of people love what he's doing when if I recall, you were an actor or you're into the theater arts stuff.
Yeah, actor. I was out in LA for 20 years acting in all various sides of entertainment. But yeah, my background is improv. It's like, as you see on my Instagram, I like doing filter characters and just kind
Yeah, I
of
love that.
joking around, you know, kind of impersonating a lot of other reviewers as well. Just kind of playing fun. You can't take
Mindy,
this stuff too serious.
Your Mindy one
My
was
my Fetty
classic,
sense,
bro.
it's Fetty sense,
Min-
bro.
Bro,
I have a
Yeah,
few,
dude, I
but
think that shit's
bro,
hilarious.
I was laughing my ass off
Aussie
when I saw that.
fragrance. That I was happy about that one. That bald filter is just the best. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
man.
are you using that on? What is that?
I mean, I'll use like Snapchat. There's Blue,
Okay.
There's a few
I don't
different apps.
Snapchat.
And I'll be sitting there just like bored, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, and it'll hit me, and I'm like, that looks like Medi from MediSense. Oh man, that's Aussie fragrance. And then I'll watch the video real quick, and then I'll get on like, all right, you see this fragrance right here, and just start going off on a tangent. But
You know
it
what you
seems
should
to
do,
that
Chris?
people like it.
You can get onto. Here's a great thing about StreamYard. You can get onto your YouTube through StreamYard. I don't know if you'd have to. Maybe you. I can't remember if I have to sign in. I think actually, yeah, you do.
Where's
Anyways,
the
that's
customer service for YouTube? That's what I'm confused about. Like, how you could get locked out of your channel and you can't get into it. There's got to
Nah,
be somebody to
there's
help.
there's got to be a way, dude. We'll figure it out together because what I
Yeah.
want to do, and if you guys are cool with it, like I really want to do like some reaction videos, and I think we should do reaction videos to each other's videos and just poke fun at each other and just have some fun.
Yeah,
it
I
would
would
be
love if
hilarious.
y'all roasted me.
Yeah, I mean, basically, like,
love y'all
let's just
roasting
get a
me.
bunch of us all roasting each other and having fun, showing that we all like to have fun and we can joke around and we don't
That's
have
what
to take
Juan.
each other seriously.
That's what Fat Boy does. I remember that's how I got turned. I think I just found Chris before he got featured. Yeah,
They were picking fun at me a little bit because my first couple of videos I was nervous, and
and he wasn't blinking.
I was
He
very like didn't
You
open
were.
my eyes like, and I'm like, today we have infrared, and I just couldn't so they weren't saying I don't blink, but then we connected, and Juan and
But it's all love. Yeah, it's all love.
Yeah.
he thought I was going to come at it with like animosity, and I'm like, just to be noticed at that early of a stage with somebody that's been doing it for over a couple of years already. I mean, still Fat Boy Fragrance. I'm like,
Hey, you're going to be on with him the 22nd, right?
yeah, I told him
Yeah, I
the
saw
same
that.
thing. I think.
Look at that. I
about-
shamelessly plugged your live.
Oh yeah, yes, I will be with Fat Boy on what is that on Tuesday, 7:30, something like that.
No, wait. No, it's the 20. When is it? No, it's March
20
22nd.
Hello.
Something like that.
Hi.
Anyways, I can't remember the date. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's this is gonna be a thing, man. Like Michael, I got you next Friday, and the reason that I wasn't really doing many of these lives on Saturday is I was trying to get all set up and trying to get everything, get a better situation. Now it's a lot easier for me able to do lives, but I got Michael next Friday, with Scott Aromatico and Ken.
I love
I like
Scott.
Scott.
I just did a
Scott's pretty-
collaboration. I just
Yeah,
did a collaboration with Scott
saw that.
Aromatico. Y'all check out the channel. Scott's an awesome person, man.
Yeah,
Scott
He's
is
one of
a
the,
gentleman.
he's one of the people that got me to feel like I could do it. Like you see all these people and it seems like they're like, damn, to get to that level. But then you see like Scott's just like doing his thing. It's like, bro, I could do that. I could do that. And you
But,
know, he just kind of
dude,
gave me
Michael,
that feeling.
you're freaking killing it, dude. I mean,
yeah.
guys, if you have not yet, which I'm pretty sure everybody here in the comments definitely is subscribed to your channel. You know, I definitely try to push as much as y'all's content as possible.
Yeah, you do.
But I mean, honestly, for me, and I don't want you guys to feel bad, but sometimes I'm busy as shit. So,
Yeah,
and
it makes me
like even
it makes me feel bad. I'm like, dang, Brian hasn't came over and
I know,
said
right?
hi. Like, dang.
And a lot of the times now I watch up on my TV. So here's something that we should put together. You and all three of us. And I don't care if this is out here on YouTube because I don't know how to do this shit. But they need to make an easier way to comment from watching on TV.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Or even like it's such a pain in the ass because you gotta push up, then you gotta go over and hit like. Like if you could just have voice controls, like a YouTube voice control, that's like, you know, you just sit there. That's like an app base, and you can just comment into your phone, and it pops it up on your TV. You know, something along that, or just be like, hey, hit like. You know, because people don't. They're lazy, dude. Like people don't want to pick up a remote.
I'll be honest. Before I had a channel, like I wasn't heavy on hitting that like button. Now that I like see the value and like the likes and knowing that it has a purpose, I'm always, even if I don't watch that's why I said it before. Even if I don't watch someone's entire video, I try to go on as many fragrance reviewers channels as possible. I try to drop flames. I try to leave likes because I know it strengthens the algorithm and it serves to properly illustrate this narrative of I spam. So,
Speaking of which, y'all hit that like button if you haven't.
It serves many purposes to do that.
That was my issue in the beginning. Some of my videos, I would have like 20. Everybody's having conversations, which was awesome. And you know, going back and forth, but I'd have like 2 likes but 30 comments.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh guys, please hit the like button. You're taking the time to write like a whole bunch of stuff. Because that's what does help us kind of get noticed.
Yeah, I mean, even if you hit the dislike button, it helps your algorithm straight up.
Go for it.
Negative comments or anything like that.
Y'all just hit the thumbs up because I'm in.
Yeah, just always hit the thumbs up.
Because I'm insecure.
They don't hit the thumbs down. I do like that they took away the dislike where you can see how many thumbs down it gets, which is
can go to your vidIQ, or in my case TubeBuddy, and it still shows how many dislikes you get, but you're not going to see it directly from
I'm
YouTube
saying that
Studio.
like everybody else can't see it because it's actually smart for YouTube because it allows people to click on more content because they would see that dislike and they wouldn't click on it. But YouTube wants your videos. They want all of the videos out there to thrive for people to watch. Yeah, because it's the only way that they make money. So they really
except the conspiracy ones. They don't want those to thrive.
No,
but that's another topic.
Yeah, the Staples easy button. That's what I'm talking about. What if you just had an easy button, bam, and then boom, comment. I mean, I don't know. It'd just be a lot easier if you could do it from your TV because so many of us nowadays are watching it on our TV.
Well, I agree because right now my only Fox Accord that I'm signed into is on an app on my TV.
Wow.
So it's like I've gone on lives and watched it from my TV, but I can't comment. I can't do anything. I'm just still in jail. I'm just watching my channel and I'm like, can't even say hello to anybody or comment.
I'll start my channel, but I'm going to wear a mask. Nacho Libre. That's what you should. There you go. Ricky.
But he doesn't even have to show his face. There's tons of people that do voiceover reviews. As long as you have
they just show their hands or
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, fingernails are clipped.
Yeah, there's so many ways that you can start a channel. And I think a lot of people, and I've heard Dan talk about how, fragcom dying or fragrance reviewers not getting noticed. No, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's just that you really, I think fragrance reviews are definitely it's a big market. that still has not been ventured as far into as it can. And doing lives and just keeping your content up to date, like always growing and changing.
I think
yeah.
I think Dan is mad at me.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Y'all should ask him.
I don't, dude. I haven't talked to Dan. Dan doesn't invite me on his. He invited Greta and I on his channel, but he did that through Greta. He never invited me. He just wanted. It was after the live that we did with Christian Petrovich from Argos.
No, I love Dan. He's cool. I always appreciate when he
Sort of like
invites me.
Mr. Smelly Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. He never. I mean, maybe one of these days. I'm. I would happily join his live stream as long as it's not like I don't. I want to talk about fragrances and
Dave was on there last night.
Oh yeah, Dave Cali. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on
Saw
there
that.
last night.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him on this one. So Dave, if you're watching this, a-hole, you're supposed to come on mine sooner than later. But whatever. I guess Dan, Mr. Smell is more important.
Give some good grooming tips. I give that. I've been getting some of the products he uses in his hair. My shit is luxurious, right?
Luxurious? Does it? Do you
Well, my
feel
hair
like-
froze. I get very it just doesn't stay straight. It gets froey. And
Right.
whatever I've been buying that he's said in his routine, it stays pretty good. I'm not using hairspray.
I bought Givenchy Gentleman EDP because of Dave. So
Yeah,
we had
that's
a
a-
little convo about that one. I heard him on, I think it was TLTG reviews, or he was talking about him and Carlos had an exchange, and I was like, man, why am I sleeping on Givenchy Gentleman EDP? And I went ahead and picked it up. I don't like it as much as Dior Homme Parfum, but it's like right behind it.
Yeah, they're different to me. I mean, you have that iris base, but the peppery kind of kick in the EP of Givenchy Gentleman. I did just order the Privé though.
Oh yeah, did you?
Another fragrance enthusiast on Instagram sent me a sample. I posted something the other day, and man, that stuff's good to me. The only critique I have with it, I don't want to ruin it for you guys because I know you'll probably get your noses on it, is I wish it was more boozy.
Yeah, that's
me,
what everybody's telling me.
It's a step above the EDP.
Oh, really?
See,
For
I
me.
like EDP.
Is it redundant if you already have the EDP?
It's like I was
Honestly?
saying, it's if you take away, it's way smoother. You have a slight booze. It's a bit sweeter. It's just that peppery opening that I get from the EDP. It doesn't have that. It's like smoother, a bit sweeter, goes in a totally kind of different vanillic direction compared to the.
See, I like Gentleman Bois. I love that.
Boise's great. It is a good one. It's like in between the two of them.
Yeah, the
I like
EDP is
I like
good.
the EDT Intense and then the EDP.
Yeah, I mean that whole line is actually really good.
Intense is nice.
Yeah, the Intense is
it's
really
nice.
nice.
That's a good way to say it. It's nice.
It's real.
But I don't know, man. If it comes here to the States, I'm not gonna.
It's
break
in
the
the.
bank.
You could order it from Givenchy's USA.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just came in.
How much is it? $100?
It's 100 for the 100 mil, and I think like $80 for 50.
That sounds about right. Yeah, it's definitely one on my radar. I know I got a lot of subscribers.
I get this.
Is it
They're
you talk about?
sending me samples, like extra samples, so I'll send you.
Well,
one.
I'm going to tell you what, man. If you feel comfortable with it, honestly, like the way that I do my first impressions, just go to, as long as your Dillard's is cool with it, I just go there and film it. That way, I'm not spending the money on it. I don't know, man. I just don't. There's so many of these designer releases that are coming out that I'm just like Mont Blanc Legend Red. If I had bought that,
It's what
I would have
I
been
went,
pissed at myself.
Super pass.
I would have.
I won't buy it.
Yeah, man.
Not at
But
retail.
I will say
if it hits fragrance buy for $25-$30.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but I will say the new Dior Homme Sport, I like it better than the 2017.
Is it? It is. So do
Yeah.
I.
Hey,
So that's one that I will go back and pick up at some point.
Brian, I got to get going here soon.
All right, man.
My
Well,
wife
you know what? Let's go ahead
just made it
and
home.
cut it there, guys. Thank you so stinking much, Michael, for joining us. Thank you so much for Chris as well. Let's all see if we can't try to help Chris out. If you're seeing this in the future, if you know how to get Chris out of YouTube jail.
Yeah, let's get me out of that.
then please leave a comment
Free
or
Fox.
Everybody's like,
follow the Fox
Free Fox.
Accord on Instagram. All right, later, Michael. And DM
I
Mike.
love you guys. Thank
Love
you
you,
so
buddy.
much.
trip, dude.
Making sure y'all subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that.
Please sub to Michael's channel. I will
Please
leave.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'll leave it. I'll go ahead and do something in the description. I'll leave his channel and the Fox Accord down there.
Hey, man,
but
it was
yeah,
fun. It was fun kicking with you fellas. For real.
yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
do it again. We'll do it again
Absolutely.
soon.
Do this again.
We need to
This
talk
is
about
crazy.
roasting each other's channels soon. I like that idea.
Oh yeah, all right. I'm totally down.
Good.
But I appreciate you guys. If you all have any suggestions for us for great springtime fragrances, especially affordable, Michael, have a great evening. Then please leave them in the comments. But other than that, thank you again, guys. Remember, you're stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.
Peace.